Hello everyone, my name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you, and today we're going to be talking about the Armed Neos Thunder Structure Deck EX that's coming to Duel Links. The cards have been leaked and now we know what we're getting, so let's talk about the new cards and how they can be used with the skill. Real quick before we do that, let me talk about the reprints. I believe the reprints that have been confirmed are Miracle Fusion, Elemental Hero Sunrise, Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, and Elemental Hero Stratos. So real quick, let's talk about that. Miracle Fusion is super old. I think it just got added. I think it's added to box chips at this point. Definitely a card that was in a really bad box. No one really wants to go in there. Yes, it does have. I think Miracle Fusion is the box that had Great Tornado in it. Let's see. No, Miracle Fusion was in Great Revolution Beginning. Yeah, no, Revolution Beginning was awful. So yeah, no. Okay, so no one wants to go in that box. So Miracle Fusion, definitely a huge reprint for Heroes. You only need 2 copies, so that's fine. You know, use a UR Dream Ticket on one of them if you don't want to get 2 copies of the structure deck. Great card. Sunrise searches Miracle Fusion. That's the whole reason you play 2 of it. Fantastic, really good card. Ideally, you would want to get Sunrise at 2 if you don't have it, but Sunrise was in a pretty good box. Super Quants were in that box, so if you like Heroes, then obviously you also like, Power Rangers. So, you went into that box because it was really cool. And there were fossils in it as well, and everyone likes dinosaurs. So I can't imagine that anyone really skipped the Sunrise box because, War Rocks and fossils and Heroes and Power Rangers, there was just too many good things in that box. But if you don't have 2 copies of Sunrise, then here's your copy of Sunrise. The other card that is big is Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. Now, that was in the Sunrise box also. So, again, unlikely that too many older players don't have this card yet because it was in a box that a lot of people went into. But if you don't have it because you're new, this is a great chance to get it. Liquid Soldier is the card that you use to draw 2 cards after you Fusion Summon. Fantastic. Really solid card. And you will play it at, I think you played it 3, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what my current list is. But it's a card that you are happy to draw, happy to search. It's a fine card, so make sure that you get at least 1 copy of it. The last card that we should talk about is Elemental Hero Stratos, and that card is huge. Elemental Hero Stratos was in the Shark Fang box, and the Shark Fang box was not fun. I think there were Tech Genus cards in there. So it was TGs, Sharks, and Stratos, basically. And the reason that I went into the box so much was for the Tech Genus. No. That was Antonomic. That's why I have 3 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. No. The Shark Fang box was terrible. It had sharks in it, and that was it. Stratos destroys spells and traps when it's summoned, and it searches when it's summoned. And it's neither effect is once per turn, but it does miss timing. So it's a really, really strong card. You can summon it off of Solid Soldier. You can summon it off of Liquid Soldier. Or not. You can summon it off of either one of Solid Soldier's effects. And it's really, really good, and you should play it. So fantastic, really good wins for Heroes. Getting Emergency Call, getting this skill, getting these cards. You definitely are eating good if you like Heroes. Now that we're done talking about the reprints, let's talk about the new cards. So, to start with, we have Crosskeeper. Crosskeeper is a dark level 2 warrior monster. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, special summon an elemental hero or a Neospatial monster from your hand or graveyard, but if you special summon it from your graveyard, negate its effects. That part's unfortunate because it means that you can't recycle Elemental Hero Stratos' pop effect, but still pretty good. If you special summon an Elemental Hero Fusion monster while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can banish this card to draw 2 cards, then place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of your deck. You can only use each effect of Crosskeeper once per turn. So Crosskeeper is very similar to Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. You Fusion Summon, you banish it from your graveyard, and you draw 2 cards, then put 1 back. So if you use both Liquid Soldier and Crosskeeper in the same turn, you're drawing a lot of cards. Now, you might think, okay, what are my targets? Well, your targets are nothing, because you're not actually going to use Crosskeeper's effect to special summon an elemental hero monster from your hand. except maybe Elemental Hero Neos. It is cool that you can summon Elemental Hero Neos for free if you need to, but the skill does that. What you're going to do with this card is you're going to pitch it to activate the skill. So you pitch this card, you play Elemental Hero Neos from your deck, and then Crosskeeper's in your graveyard, and you can immediately use its effect during your opponent's turn. Really good, really solid card. Next up is the ace of the box, and what a powerful card it is. Armed Neos. Armed Neos is a level 10 Wind Warrior monster. Requires Elemental Hero Neos plus an Armed Dragon monster. 3,500 attack points. Must be fusion summon. If this card is special summon, you can choose one dragon monster in your graveyard and destroy all monsters your opponent controls with an equal or lower level than it. That's really good. So this card, obviously, you'll choose Armed Dragon level 10 and destroy all monsters your opponent controls that are level 10 or lower. This can clear your opponent's entire board, and it's just a solid, powerful option. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can make this card gain the following effect. During the main phase as a quick effect, you contribute this card to special summon an Elemental Hero Fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Now, that sounds good in theory, but it is only Elemental Heroes. So you can't summon Destiny Heroes or Rainbow Neos with this. You have to summon only Elemental Heroes. I think primarily the only one that's really amazing is Elemental Hero Neos Kluger. So this does mean that you don't have to play Yubel in the deck, which is pretty nice. But of course, you can only trigger its effect if you destroy a monster by battle, which you'll usually have won the game by that point anyway. But, you know, it's good. It's a good card for the first effect anyway. Next up for the super rares, we have Necrogardna. Level 3 Dark Warrior monster. This card is going to be limited 3. During your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard and negate the next attack this turn from a monster your opponent controls. Cool. And you can trigger this card multiple times in one turn. So obviously you can mill this card with your Neos Fusion to make Brave Neos. You can pitch this card from your hand to activate the skill. Or you can use this to summon your Elemental Hero Escuridao. So you have a couple ways of using this card, you know. So primarily you're going to pitch it for the skill. I do think this card is like a card that you would probably want to play. In particular because if you draw this card during your opponent's turn by fusion summoning with Crosskeeper or Liquid Soldier, then you can potentially pitch it with your Liquid Soldier or discard it with Super Polymerization or Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, and then you would get a free extra interaction. So this is like a card. This is like a hand trap that could. It's not a hand trap, but it's similar to a hand trap. That's a warrior. So I think it'll be pretty decent. Lastly, we have the big card of the box, Overfusion. This is a quick play spell card. Target one face-up monster on the field. Reveal one Elemental Hero monster, one Neospatian monster, or one level 10 monster from your hand, deck, or extra deck. If the targeted monster is used as fusion material this turn, its name can be treated as the revealed monster. If you have Elemental Hero Neos on your field and or in your graveyard, send the revealed monster to the graveyard. Otherwise, if it was revealed from the hand, shuffle it into the deck. You can only activate one Overfusion per turn. This is the primary card that makes Armed Neos playable. So, what you're going to do, you're going to play 3 copies of Overfusion. Sorry, you're going to. Then you activate Overfusion during your opponent's turn. Now, you've activated your skill, you have Neos on the board, you drew Super Polymerization. Activate the Overfusion when your opponent summons a monster that you need to get rid of. Reveal your Rainbow Dragon or your Armed Dragon level 10, pitch it to the graveyard. Then you activate your Super Polymerization, and you can use your opponent's monster as fusion material and treat its name as either Rainbow Dragon or Armed Dragon level 10. And then you go right into your Armed Neos to pop your opponent's entire field, or you go into Rainbow Neos for the memes. Good. Solid card. So usually you'll just make Armed Neos. So you make Armed Neos, you pitch the Armed Dragon Thunder level 10, you destroy all of your opponent's monsters that are level 10 or lower, and you fusion summoned one of your opponent's monsters off with the Super Polymerization. So just an overall very, very powerful strategy. This is going to make heroes much better than they currently are, and they're already pretty decent. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you with me.